brutal attack. Russian T-80 tanks were destroyed one by one in Ukrainian counterattacks. Ukraine's military has shared footage of what it says is a targeted drone strike taking out a Russian T-80 tank. The tank was taken out in the Kupyansk direction, which sweeps through the northeast Ukrainian region of Kharkiv by the Ukrainian 92nd Separate Mechanized Brigade. The General Staff of Ukraine's Armed Forces said in a post to social media on Monday. Ukraine frequently shares footage, typically filmed using drones, showing the destruction of Russian military equipment and vehicles, including tanks. In the clip posted by the General Staff on Monday, the camera zeroes in on the tank, before cutting to a shot of the tank on fire. A Russian tank crew member then appears to clamber on top of the damaged vehicle, before a second person appears to the side of the tank. The video then cuts to what looks to be a bomb being dropped to the side of the tank, which is pulled up on the side of the road and no longer ablaze. According to the Dutch open-source outlet, Oryx, Russia has lost 301 T-80 BV tanks and 94 T-80U tanks as of Monday morning. An additional 91 T-80 tanks of varying models have also been lost, according to the Oryx data, with 7 unspecified T-80 tanks also taken out of action. However, this figure only reflects visually confirmed losses, so the true tally could be higher. Russia does not provide totals for its military losses. According to figures published by the General Staff on Monday morning, Russia lost 5 tanks in the previous 24-hour period. This brings Ukraine's count of Russian tank losses since the start of full-scale war in February 2022 to 3,931. The video posted on Monday morning is linked to Ukraine's Army of Drones project, which has been fundraising to equip Kyiv's armed forces with the unmanned aerial vehicles UAVs, taking a prominent role in the war effort for both sides. Drones are the superweapon here, Anton Gashenko, an advisor to Ukraine's Minister of Internal Affairs, told media back in February. We will win faster and with fewer losses if we have tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of reconnaissance and combat drones, Gashenko said. This war is a war of drones. This comes as Ukraine's long-toted counteroffensive operations have seen Kyiv regain territory from Russian forces over the weekend, according to the Washington-based Institute for the Study of War think tank. Ukraine launched efforts to retake territory along at least 3 points on the front line, the think tank said on Sunday. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said on Saturday that Ukrainian fighters had started counteroffensive and defensive operations, but did not provide further details. For months, Ukrainian officials have spoken of plans to launch a spring counteroffensive to reclaim territory Russia has occupied since launching a full-scale invasion on February 24, 2022, as well as the Crimean Peninsula it seized in 2014. But they've given mixed signals about what would constitute a counteroffensive preliminary, limited attacks to weaken Russian forces and military facilities, or a full-fledged simultaneous assault across the entire 1,100-kilometer front line. A social media campaign launched on Sunday urged silence about the subject of military planning. Plans love silence. The short video clip said, showing Ukrainian military personnel putting their fingers to their lips, "There will be no announcement about the start." Read a caption in Ukrainian. At least two factors have been at play in timing the counteroffensive: awaiting improvement of ground conditions for troop and equipment movement after the winter, and deployment of more advanced Western weapons and training of Ukrainian troops to use them. The Russian Defense Ministry spokesman said Ukraine used 6 mechanized and 2 tank battalions in the attack, and it released a video claiming to show destruction of some of the equipment in a field. In a rare specific mention of the presence of Russia's top military leaders in battlefield operations, the spokesman said the chief of the General Staff of the Russian Armed Forces, General Valery Gerasimov, was at one of the forward command posts. Announcing Gerasimov's direct involvement could be a response to criticism by some Russian military bloggers and mercenary group head Yevgeny Prigozhin that Russia's military brass hasn't been visible enough at the front or taken sufficient control or responsibility for their country's military operations in Ukraine.